Hello, lovely humans. Thank you for tuning back in. I am Dana, coming live from Full Life Counseling headquarters in Surprise, Arizona, with our weekly skill shot. Woohoo! If you haven't already, please find us online at www.full-lifellc.com, on Instagram and the Facey Space at Full Life Counseling AZ. Please do not forget the AZ. Hello, lovely redheaded woman in Michigan. We love you. You're not us. We are not you. AZ, don't forget AZ. Our podcast is on Anchor.fm, also on Spotify, coming soon to Google Podcasts, Apple, and Stitcher Podcast. That's what it is. Okay. Anyways, we're going to back that one right on up. Hit a little beep beep. And we're going to be talking about another dialectical behavior, or DBT, therapy skill for emotional regulation. Again, we're working on creating the foundation or the baseline just for day-to-day, getting through everything, how we're feeling. Some more consistency, not so much up and down. So this is my most favorite skill. If I had no other skill in life, I would choose to hold on to this one. It's called fact-checking, and a glorious and wise woman taught it to me before I ever knew what DBT was. I didn't know it was a DBT skill. Again, digress. Back. We're going to be breaking these down. There are multiple steps, as you can see. This skill is most effective if you are writing it down step by step. This is also more effective when we get to the deciding whether or not this is justified. We'll get there. So what you want to write down is, number one, what literally happened, only the objective data, meaning there's no assumption behind it, there's no emotion, it's just literal, only the facts of what happened. Then you're going to come back and say, how do you perceive what happened? What do you make up about it? How did you take it? What do you think it means? Emotions, what feelings were you feeling? What physical sensations? How did your body react to it? Did your shoulders start raising up toward your earlobes? Are your eyebrows in your hairline? Any of those things. What thoughts are you having? What urges and what actual behaviors did you have? So you're going to be real honest here. It's okay. Be honest. And then you're going to rate the intensity of the emotional reaction that you are experiencing from 0 to 10. If 0 is neutral, no disturbance, and 10 is the worst you can possibly imagine. Again, honesty here, please, it helps. And then we're going to decide if it's justified. One of the quick ways that we can kind of decide is on this 0 to 10 scale. If our life was not literally threatened and we were not in any danger and we're higher than a 4, chances are that we are reacting only to the subjective data or how we perceived the situation, and that our reaction's not really justified based off of the literal information or the objective data. If you're still having trouble, then you take the written information to a couple, maybe 3 people who will give you an unbiased opinion, meaning they are not going to rescue or enable you. They're not going to take your side just because they love you that much, but they're going to give you the truth even if you don't want to hear the truth. And they're going to read it, because if you tell it to them, you are going to increase the likelihood of ramping up and escalating as you're talking about it. You also might put a little bit of stank face on it, a little bit of tone, start getting some neck up in there. I know that I can be guilty of that. Or we might start to say, and then they said, but instead of what they literally said, we're inserting our perception of what we thought they said. So we need to give them as much accurate information as we can so they can help us process this if we do need some outside assistance. And then if we decide that it is not justified based off of only the literal data, we maybe need to circle back if we've already had a behavior. If we have already lashed out, if we've already maybe slammed a door, had a little bit of a hissy fit, maybe called someone a name, I don't know. We all have our stuff. We maybe need to circle back and say, okay, this is literally what happened. What I was making up about it is this, and then I felt this. I wasn't right in what I did, and I'm sorry. Can we make amends? Can we do this? So if nothing is we haven't had actual behaviors, then we can circle back in the sense of only with ourselves and then proceeding skillfully. So like when Shauna was talking to you guys about the stop skill, and she was saying observe, and that's where the fact checking is coming in. This is that skill. and then the proceed with caution in the direction of what is skillful and helpful for you, that's how we're going to circle back. So once again, my name is Dana. I am with Full Life Counseling in Surprise, Arizona, www.full-lifellc.com, and this is DBT, fact checking for emotional regulation.